Recording in progress.
Yeah. Am I audible now? Yes, Sanjay. So let's start with our session. There are others. Yes, with like Shiva, Shyam. You are in library? Library in your college or in other state? Yeah. So shall we? Okay, in Pune you are. It reminds me about my college days. So whenever like we used to go to library, like even though we study or not, but we have to be very silent. And like I do remember, whenever I went to library, I never studied. That's that's good. If few people are in library, many like people they go to library in order to use the Wi-Fi. I think it might be good there. Yeah. That might be the reason. Yeah, Pooja. Do you aware of? Are you
I never go to library, sir. I don't like library.
We have not utilized actual the college fee.
Library is so boring, sir.
As everyone they used to say that we are going library to study, but I always used to go in order to use the Wi-Fi because Wi-Fi used to be very good. So, like, thanks for rest in peace. Okay. Take care. Smita. Mail ID I have provided, Samir. Just check it out in the group. In the group I have provided, I guess. Yeah, just check the group. Yeah, so shall we start?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So here as we go, as I told about the interview today, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Interview.
But as I have not received, like only Pooja has sent so far, and from offline I have received. So what shall I ask them the questions? Yeah, Divya. Hello.
One more time asking questions, sir.
Hello. Let it be then. We'll just skip that interview things after. As like no one is preparing. Then let's discuss something else.
Okay.
Sir, can you ask me some interview questions, sir? At least HR round.
Just HR round, okay. Let me open your CV. Yeah, so tell me about your project.
Good morning, sir. My name is Pooja Viswas. I work in startup company PiaQubit, and I was associated with a project from telecom industry. My project, the telecom for the before I joined that already the project will done in the mid level. So I do only backend. So I do only backend work like Java using of JDBC and little bit Spring framework. And I use the database using MySQL Workbench. And most of my basically my telecom project work is purchase and sales and purchase system. The customer the project is the customer is whenever the customer going through our telecom project, the first the customer go to login button, and if the customer is new, then they register that self, and they log in to their own address like Gmail ID and their password. And whatever and the if the customer like our product like iPhone, then he or she go
Okay,
to
so
the
there
add
is a
now page.
question.
Sir,
As you have written, you have created a web app for the telecom. So what are the
so basically this is the web e-commerce website, sir.
okay? So you have created that.
Yes, sir. As I told that, sir, I joined the mid of the project, sir. So the front end part is already done, and I joined in the back end part, sir.
So what are the technologies that you have used in this?
Sir, for front end UI UX technology like HTML, CSS, and JavaScript and Bootstrap, and the back end, sir, Java, JDBC, and Spring, little bit use Spring framework, and for database, MySQL Workbench, sir.
Okay. So you are good at all these things.
No, sir, I am good in only JDBC and MySQL Workbench, sir.
JDBC and
MySQL Workbench.
okay,
Database.
very good. MySQL. Yes. So tell me the PDL commands.
Sir, now I forget, sir.
No. You know RDBMS?
Yes, sir, relational database management system.
Tell me the commands associated with it.
Forget it, sir.
So as you said, you are good at JDBC.
Sorry, sir, I forgot technical things.
Tell me about your hometown.
Sir, I am from Odisha, but currently I am living in Hyderabad, sir.
So not the true lines. You have to tell like in a very interesting way. As I am from like Odisha, like this particular place, which is also famous for.
Okay, sir. I am living in Odisha, Koraput district. Koraput district is a famous of Sri Jagannath temple. It's called second Shravara Srikshetra, and Puri is the first famous in the world. Puri Jagannath temple. Then second famous in our Koraput district, and it's a famous for our tribal culture also. And Koraput district is in Devamali Hills is a Devamali Hills is a largest hill of our Odisha. Largest. Okay.
Why shall I hire you?
Sir, I because the company is well established, and the company will provide more opportunity for enhance our skills. So I may join your company. Then I help to develop your project, or I develop your some. I forget it, sir. Sorry, sir, I forget it. I prepared very much yesterday, but now I'm very much scared, sir.
Okay. So now we have Samir. Let's see. Yeah, Samir, are you ready? Oh. See, so moreover, Pooja just work on the technical things. Okay.
Yes,
Whereas,
sir.
as you said, like you are going with an experience, so hardly they will ask related to this.
Yes, sir. I
I mean, the HR questions hardly they ask. They ask. So hardly they ask related to this thing. I mean, HR, why shall I hire you? No. So apart from like Samir and Pooja, no one has sent things. Okay, no. Yeah. So Samir, are you ready?
Yes, sir. I'm ready. Sir, already I've sent the mail, sir.
Yes,
Please
yes,
check.
I have received. Let me download. We have sent PDF format. Is it?
Yes, sir.
Completed or you are pursuing Ganesh?
Already completed, sir. MTech.
Okay, so very nice. Even got the job offer?
Yes, sir. I got the job offer from the various PSU and yes, sir.
From?
Sir,
From which organization?
from NALCO. Then after that NLC. After that I qualified the exam Visakhapatnam Steel Plant also, sir.
Because you know, 2 years ago, one of the person from IIT Delhi, like you know, like they just go in a very different manner. Like even he got from General Motors, but he rejected that, and now he wants to join the UN
Okay, sir.
in order to make. So I just came to know like how you people get that. Like during the BTech days, like we were not aware of. But once you get into, then he said like actually the money is over there. Here,
Yes,
like
sir.
already he has worked for 4 years in the like group A officer. Again, he took the master's degree from IIT Delhi. And then again he rejected the offer. Now he is getting into. So even after working for few years, just search for something big.
Yes, sir.
Because the IIT teaches this thing. That don't be in the this rat race one. Try to gain something big. So let's start your electronics. Okay. By the way, like why you have mentioned all this coursework information?
Sir, it is mandatory, sir. For placement, all people they told that you have to tell the coursework information, all these things.
But not only this many, like even you could have like 40 or not 40, at least 30 or so. So
Yes,
only
sir.
like the core related one you have to mention. You mean? Okay. Yeah. So let's start with your DSP.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just tell me what are the two parameters based on which the DSP is based on?
Sir, basically frequency and amplitude.
Okay. How about the time?
Time is we are mostly considering about the time period only, sir.
Like, do you think there is a difference between frequency and time?
Frequency and time means there is a relation between frequency and time period is there.
So let's say if I just go with if I increase the frequency, what will be the effect on the time period?
Time period will, if you increase the frequency, time period will decrease, sir, because f is equal to 1 by t.
So now I am getting ahead with the Laplace transformation. Are you aware of?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm aware of this.
So what is the significance? Like why we have to go with the Laplace transformation sometimes instead of going with that transformation?
Sir, because Z transform is applicable for the discrete signal or system, while the Laplace transform is applicable for only the continuous time signal.
Laplace is applicable for
Continuous time signal.
okay, continue. Do you think that can I use the Laplace for the AC current?
Yes, sir. We'll use the Laplace transform for the AC current.
But in case of AC current, we used to have the discontinuity as well.
Sir, please repeat it again, sir.
But in case of AC current, we used to follow something called discontinuity. Like if, let me tell you, whenever we transfer the electric signals from the transformers, I mean from the electric board of 11,000 kilowatts, yeah. So do you think the same voltage that we receive at our houses?
No, sir. No. We won't receive.
As we receive the AC voltage, so don't you think it's a discontinuous?
Yeah, discontinuous is there, but that discontinuity I cannot detect, so that we are getting the as a constant only, sir.
Just tell me the difference between star and delta.
Star and in the star connection we have a common point, but in delta we don't have a common point, sir.
So what is the significance of that?
Significance means mostly in the practical case we are using the star connection only, because all the loads are in the star connection only. So that's why we are going for the three-phase star connection only.
Next, like instead of using the copper wire, can I proceed with aluminum wires?
Sir, I don't ever this question, sir.
No. Let me check. Okay. As you have mentioned signal system as well, okay. There is something called unit impulse.
Yes, sir.
So what is the difference between unit impulse and unit step?
Sir, a unit step is defined from 0 onwards. I can say that u of t is equal to 1 when the value of the t is greater than 0, and the value of 0 when the value is less than 0. Means when the value of the t is less than 0, then the value will be 0. And the unit impulse is defined only at only one instant. Suppose if I say that delta of t, then the value will exist at t is equal to 0 only.
Okay. Okay, as you mentioned the coding technique. So, like, are you aware of the Mealy and Moore coding?
Mealy and Moore coding.
Like that we use in that these machines, the so-called when we just like we just put the money and it takes in and then we get the cool drink.
No, sir. I'm not aware of these things.
That is the part of digital electronics. You have not mentioned that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So even you have mentioned about control system. Just tell me the live example, I mean the real life example for open loop and closed loop system.
Sir, closed loop example is closed loop system is AC, sir. Example of, and for open loop system is traffic light control.
Okay. So in case of AC, what is the particular instrument that acts as a feedback?
Sorry, sir, I didn't get you. Please repeat the question.
In case of AC, as you said, which is an example of closed loop system. So what is that particular thing that acts as an feedback?
Feedback is exactly, it is a sensor only, sir.
Which
Temperature sensor, sir. Maybe we may use the RTD or something like this.
so what is that like temperature sensor is made of? Or like what is the like principle behind that?
Principle behind that, first of all, it will measure what this feedback will do. It will bring the output to the input, and they will compare. If
Come again.
suppose, sir, in case of AC, so suppose we are making the room temperature is 24 degree. So
That is the
whenever
process you are saying. I'm asking the principle. Like
Principle
every
means-
sensor, it works on a principle.
huh,
For example, if you take IR sensors, or even if you take the not actuator, even if you take a dielectric sensor, so each and every sensor, it has a like particular principle.
that means you are asking the principle of that RTD, sir, that feedback which are using the
Temperature
AC.
sensor.
Yeah.
Even in case of phones, we have what is that sensor? The proximity sensor.
Yes, sir. In the RTD means it is based upon the and it is based upon the temperature. Means whenever we will increase the temperature, the resistance value of the RTD will be increased. That means the formula is like I can say that RT is equal to R0 plus alpha 1 T1 plus alpha 2 T2, like that it will go. So when the value of the T will increase, the value of R will increase. Based upon that resistance value, we can say that whether the temperature is increases or decreases.
No, apart from this resistance and time, there is one more particular factor in this. If you go to the temperature sensor, not on this, like there is one more. I just forgot about that factor, but there is, and the same like we use in this the so-called wherever we just do the gold work, even over there, or in case of like the diamond cutting over there as well we use. So there is one particular parameter which affects this process. Okay. Next we have things it goes networking. Like is it the network analysis or the computer network?
No, sir, it is computer. Yeah, the data electrical circuits only, sir.
Computer networking is it?
No, sir. For us, no, there is no
Okay,
computer.
network analysis. Uh, are you aware of Kirchhoff's law?
Yes, sir. Kirchhoff's law, I am aware of these things.
What it is?
Kirchhoff's law states that there are two laws are there, sir. One is Kirchhoff's current law, and the second one is Kirchhoff's voltage law. So Kirchhoff's current law says that the sum of the algebraic sum of the current meeting at a point is equal to 0, and Kirchhoff's voltage law says that the sum of the voltage in a loop is equal to 0.
Do you think there is a relation between conservation of energy and Kirchhoff's law?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is. Yes, sir.
So even we can connect it with the like theory of, I mean, the law of everything as well. I mean, can we put Kirchhoff's law and conservation of energy into that? Because
Yes,
most
sir.
of the laws, even if you go to the Bernoulli's theorem, okay, that is not part. No? Even the one you said, the current law and the voltage law, even it deals with the energy.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and as we know that in terms of electronics energy, it deals in terms of like the power as well. Okay, what's the difference between the power which is used in electrical and the power which is used in general? What is the difference?
So
As
please,
we say, like power is equals to like work into like displacement, whereas in this we used to be like I square R.
yes, sir.
So do you think there is any relation, the physical power and like electrical power? And even there is one more power that deals in the optics, the diopter one.
No, sir. I don't know the relationship between that electrical power and mechanical power, sir.
Uh, then after, what is the difference between sensor and transducer?
Sir, sensor means which convert one electrical form of one energy to another form of the energy. But transducer always convert the electrical energy non-electric and any energy into electrical energy.
Are you aware of the heart like pace? Pacer as
Sir?
we in the heart like we used to use heart.
No, sir. No, sir. Actually, I'm not that much familiar with the biomedical instrumentation. I'm not studied that one that much.
Because even the one which we use, even that's a transducer.
Yes, sir.
As it receives the signals and then it converts into electrical.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Tell me about your journey in National Service Scheme.
Sir, during my BTech, I joined in the NSS. So there I used to part of the mega blood donation camp, and which is very successful in that district. And the collector also came and give the award to our team. And I am the part of Swachh Bharat mission. So in Swachh Bharat mission, we used to go to the temple and railway station to clean the surrounding. And sometimes we used to teach the subject to the older people, those who don't study during their childhood. So to educate it to the older people, we used to teach them. In this three part, I am the member.
Very nice, Samir. So all the very best for your future.
Thank you, sir.
Good. Clap. One good thing is that Samir, actually, if you not have been the part of IIT, you could not have answered all this. Because like I was trying to check, really, like, do you deserve the things or not? But to an extent, you have the knowledge. Very nice.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So almost like how many companies you have got into? 2 or 3?
Sir, in the government sector, I got 3 companies. And private, I got Baiju. Baiju, they call me for the teaching purpose when I was in the campus. And secondly, I got the PG also. And simultaneously, I got the offer letter in the IIT Kharagpur Airbus for the control engineer. But at the time, I was not aware of this. I'm not specializing in the control engineer, so that's why I rejected that job.
Yeah. So very nice, Samir. All the very best. And congrats on taking up this many jobs. Okay. Yeah. So who is next? Any field, no worries. Like even mechanical. So that was only the electrical. Electron. I thought even if anyone comes for communication as well, then that would be good. Like electronics and communication. Anyone else? I hope now others you got some idea how the questions can be. Anyone who is ready for the interview? Yeah, Rishikesh. See, it's been 7 to 8 years ago. I just studied all this. Nowadays, I'm not getting time to, so hardly I could remember this. No interview. So now I hope you got it. If you can clear my interview, then definitely you'll get it. So what shall we do then? Yeah.
Sir, I sent mail. In mail, I sent resume.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
With the same mail ID?
G Pankaj 7068.
Okay. So whenever you send anyone, try to write something in the subject, or else directly it goes.
Yes, sir. Pankaj Gupta, sir.
Yeah. So, I have seen it. Whenever you send, try to keep it Are you applying as a fresher, Pankaj?
Yes, sir.
For freshers, like one page is enough. You have made 3 pages.
No, sir. Project, 2 projects, sir.
Huh?
2 projects, sir.
No worries. Whatever the projects, 1.5 page is quite enough.
Okay, sir.
So let's start with the programming languages.
Okay, sir.
By the way, just tell me, data structure is a programming language?
Sir, I don't have idea.
But we have studied.
It's a part. Can I say, sir?
It's a part.
Yes, sir. It's a programming language part, sir.
So in that sense, if you say even HTML is part of programming language, because as we use
No, sir.
sorry, front end.
Can I use the backend technology as a data structure?
Just try to find out what it is. Because I'm
Backend,
not the
yes, sir.
technical-
Backend technology, sir.
So first and foremost thing, always you remember everyone, whatever the things that you learn, try to confirm what it is. Whether it's a database or like related to the UI technologies or is it a programming language. You know, this is the first thing due to which the AI it rejects the CVs. Okay. So always like be clear with this. Next like okay. Let's go with .NET. .NET is
Yes.
not
In sir, .NET, sir, in college time,
Yes,
I completed. Sorry, sir.
Framework.
In college time, sir. In second year.
Don't use it in web technology.
Yes, sir.
You have to use it under framework.
Okay.
Uh, so you are good at Pankaj?
Java, sir. Code Java.
For Java or data structure or C#.
That structure, sir, I some forgotten like linked list. This topic, sir, I forget.
Tell me the difference between array and linked list.
Array and linked list. Array list or array list or linked list, sir.
Array?
Array only.
No. What's the difference?
Okay. Array array store array store array store and value in continuous and array store value in continuous form and linked list store value in random form and array
It's not random form. It has one address.
its address and array size is fixed and linked list size not fixed.
Leave it that. Okay.
Array size is given in a slide and linked list is not in a slide.
What is the significance of linked list over arrays?
Sorry, sir.
What is the significance
Of linked list
list over array?
over array.
And tell me one practical application of linked list and array. Just tell me the difference between for loop and while loop.
Follow when we know how times our loop execute when we use for loop and when we not know how many times loop execute, then we use while loop.
And when we do while,
Sorry, sir.
do while.
do while. When we use do while. Okay, sir. So, fetching data in when we not know how many times. So, your question, what is your
So
what,
as you said, like the difference between for and while. So what is the use of do while?
while and do while?
So why we use do while?
When
Let's come to the for loop and while loop. I'll leave it there.
okay.
So what is the practical application? As you said, like when we know and when we don't know. So what is the like practical application of for loop and while in real life?
In real life.
I'm coming to you, Pooja. Wait. As Pooja knows the answer.
In real life.
See, do remember everyone, whatever the things that you learn, mainly the interviewer wants to know what is the practical application of that particular thing. Because the loops, even a student of class 5th can answer this question. Because if you will train them, but what he or she can't answer is that what is the practical application, and you are going to get into your job into the IT sector where you have to apply. And let me clearly tell you, over there, like you don't have to bother about the coding. What you have to bother about, even somewhere it will help you as well. Let me tell you, whenever you go, you have all the resources with you, but you have to know which resource I have to use at the right time. That is the important. So, for example, if you are leading any project, if you are leading any application, if you are working on, so you just have to worry that, okay, in which scenario I can use this. And the same this so-called Sundar Pichai knows. And thus he has become the CEO. So he was not good at programming. He was only good at, okay, what particular thing I have to use and when I have to use, and who can lead us, who can't lead us. These things he was aware of. So always whenever you learn, just try to correlate. Even nowadays we have ChatGPT as well to tell the answers for the practical application. If not, then try to search. Yeah, Samir, tell me what's it?
Hello, sir. Yeah, sir. I have one query, sir. Means how's my performance? Where do I have to increase the speaking level, or I didn't?
Okay, in technical, I won't say that you have you're like up to the mark except few things. So like to this extent, they don't expect from the fresher. But even though you perform very well, whereas in speaking, like I would say that you have to work on your pronunciation.
Yes, sir.
Because I should not say, but the mother tongue influence is a little bit in your like whenever you have. So how
Yes,
you can
sir.
improve? Let me tell you. Let's just try to watch more and more TED Talk. And
Okay, sir.
as I'm planning about that one, the course in which mainly the TED Talk and related to all the general things, not only English, only general things which I'm going to include, like from the various. So even I'll inform you if you want that. So just try to watch more and more TED Talk, and in future, like if any new course I start, so I'll let you know about that.
No, sir. Whatever the question you ask, what I feel means what you ask, I didn't explain properly. I thought in that way,
Okay,
sir.
okay, yeah, technical questions you are asking for that.
Yes, sir. Because due to my problem in English, sir. Because I'm actually from the Odia background, sir. Actually, I don't know that much English. That is a big problem for me.
So you mean like you are aware of the terms, but you couldn't answer due to English?
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I thought that you are not aware of the answers. Okay, no worries.
No, sir. Actually, sir, that is a problem happening for me each and every time, sir. In each and every interview, that is a big problem for me. So that's why some interview I'm rejected in the last round. So how to improve that one?
For this, I would say, because there is no shortcut time in the booster dose for in order to remember. So obviously, the practice is, and English is nothing but a language.
Yes, sir.
And even since my childhood, I was not born with English, so even I have learned with days as it passed on, and like in the German and other languages as well. So what you could do, just make a schedule that for this half an hour or 1 hour, I'm just going to spend only for this. I mean, for the technical terms, and
Yes, sir.
even you have something called like IEEE journals as well. Even it's
Yes, sir.
available. So
Yes, sir.
even I do remember at that time, like my professor he used to tell, I think you might be aware of, you don't have to read one particular thing. Whatever comes in your mind. For example, you just remember about let's say electric, or like if you remember about current, for example, or
Yes, sir.
dielectric. So just
Yes.
type dielectric, then just keep on reading that. While reading that, you'll find one more term. Then after, like if you find that term, just type that and read about that. So due to this, two things will get clear. One is your concept, the other is English.
Okay, sir.
And even everyone, even it will help you. Let's say if you are learning anything, if something stuck to your mind that I don't know this. So just type in the Google, you'll get related terms to that. If you'll read that again, you'll get something else. Again, like so on and so forth. The same Google, it follows with its algorithm. I hope you are aware of like vocab algorithm. If you solve something, it just gives the related one. Okay. So this particular thing that you can use, Samir, and related to communication, I mean the pronunciation, just go to more and more TED Talks.
Okay, sir.
So this is how, like for the technical one, you can go with that keyword one. I think there is any particular website only which deals with the technical terms. I don't recall what exactly it is.
Yes, sir. While explaining, some term is not coming in the English, sir. So that's why I know I unable to explain properly sometime.
So for that, try this one, the one which I told you.
Okay, sir.
Just keep on going, and once you keep on going, the neurons will help you to connect those things.
Okay. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Pankaj, what
Yes.
I was asking. Okay, for loop and yeah, that.
Right.
So the practical application, everyone they ask. So there is a next question. If I have already the if and else, then what is the use of go to?
Go to statement, sir.
Why I have to use go to or switch? If I have if and else,
If else is used in check condition and switch and a case.
uh, are you aware of exceptional handling?
Yes, sir.
What is the use? I mean, what if I don't have throw?
Sorry, sir.
If I don't use throw statement, as we have the terms catch, throw. Are you aware
Catch
of
it.
catch?
Yes, sir. Catch is used in when program and try catch it's failed, then catch blockage execute, sir.
Okay, C sharp. Yeah, written. Okay. What is the difference between overriding and overloading?
Overriding and overloading. Overloading is used in overloading is used in inheritance, and overriding is not in use in inheritance.
Difference.
Sorry, sir.
Difference.
Yes, sir. Overloading contains different type of parameters like in inheritance, parent class is and parent class have
Tell me the difference between multiple inheritance and multi-level inheritance.
multiple inheritance and multi-level. Multiple inheritance means one child contain one multi-level. Multiple means sir, one child contains one child contains different parent level in level, sir,
Go on.
and multiple inheritance. Multiple inheritance one
What is
child,
the difference between multiple and hybrid?
multiple and hybrid. Hmm. Multiple means only one parent, and hybrid means parent, uh, parent of parent, and this is
But
hybrid.
in multiple, we have only one parent.
Yes, sir.
What is the practical application for that?
For example, hybrid like employee contains employee contains two child and two child class, and like uh, EMP number and ename, and EMP number again contains different child number like ASL and address means
So as you
employee.
said, like employee, so employee it has the different, that is the parameters. Don't you think that's any hybrid it shows?
Sorry, sir.
Like as you say, employee as a parent class, and then like we have the different classes like employee ID, and that's not, those are the like functions. Those are not the classes.
I don't know, sir.
So now let's go to general questions. Tell me about your strengths.
My strength is
As you are written self-motivated, what does it mean?
self-motivated means I am excited to our work, completed our work.
And what is the like strength that you have written? Discipline person.
Discipline means complete work in a fixed time.
So you are not lazy.
And sometimes
And how can you be like disciplined then?
and sometimes means Sunday, sir.
It means like by the way,
Holiday.
in our organization, if I assign you the work,
Yes, sir.
and even if you have to work on Sunday, so it means you will not work on Sunday then.
No, sir. In a holiday means not work, sir.
And holiday means no work.
No, yes, sir.
And let's say if my client requires the work on the next day,
So, sir,
then you will not do.
yes, sir. Yes, I will do.
As just now you said, on Sunday means holiday.
No, sir. Sorry, sir. I forget.
So tell me about your second project, that is music player.
Yes, sir. In music player, this this app is created in college level, fourth year. So I have in project 4 member, me and other 3, and my in project in this project my work is implement ASP.NET. So it's implement means it's a when we use our app, and then user first login and login and use the app. Otherwise, sorry, sir.
As you have written backend technology or backend technology?
Backend, sir. Backend technology means C#.
And N is missing here.
Sorry, sir.
Backend technology you have written.
No, sir. Backend, BNC.
Backend. Okay. So like these are the like major things they observe, the spellings and everything. So as you have written SQL server.
Yes, sir.
What is the size of that server?
SQL server It's a database, sir.
Obviously. So there is one particular size you might have allocated. No? Like it can store this many songs. There is might be some limit. No limit. What is the difference between SQL Server? I mean, are you aware of Hadoop,
No, but I don't use
big data?
yes, sir, but I don't use.
What are the places that you have visited?
Uh, Rajasthan and MP.
Tell me, like in Rajasthan, what are the things that you have seen and historical perception as well?
In Rajasthan, sir, I'm go. I am going before. I am going. I have seen Balaji temples and Khatu Syam temple.
Tell the history of that.
Balaji, sir. Balaji, sir. No?
Yes, the Balaji temple.
Okay, so Balaji
Where it
temples.
is located?
Sorry, sir.
Where it is located in Rajasthan? In which area?
Seeker.
Sikar, okay.
Yes, sir.
So tell me the historical history of that temple.
I don't remember, sir.
In MP, what are the places that you have visited?
Like Mayor Satna, sir.
Maihar and Satna. In Satna, what you saw?
Satna means some Jews like I forget name Jews. I forget name Jews. Safari.
Satna, we have Safari.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So as you say, like Satna, you have been to zoo. What are the animals that you have seen, by the way?
Like lion and elephant and
So what are the skills that you can learn from lion?
no, sir. I have not learned.
Yeah. So by the way, very good, Pankaj, as you have like have very good patience to face the question. Good class.
Thank you, sir.
So now I hope you people got some idea.
Interview is very difficult, sir.
Right? Yes,
Yes,
Shyam, Divya. Where is
I
Shiva?
did
I'm searching for Shiva. Shiva is not there. Because Shiva could answer most of the questions, mainly the technical one. I hope. So actually, in this way, the interview it goes on. So now I hope you got even without learning Java, I got the jobs. So it doesn't mean that if I said like I don't know means I know most of the things, and I learned in that 15 days. Okay. So always like try to study smartly, do the smart work. If you keep on going, if you keep on learning, so you will not get things. So you have to try at your own pace. Because I have never been to learn something except the college and the school. So whatever like the English grammar or something. So I just explored a lot how people can learn the tenses. Then I came to know like no one is teaching the perfect way. So let me find the perfect. Like cooking, blogging, and all this. You will not find it anywhere in YouTube. In the same way, like in interview, by the way, don't worry, Pankaj, they will not ask all these things. Okay.
Very difficult, sir.
They will like ask very easy things. Okay. And very basic things they will expect from you. Just like tell me about the operators, data types, and all these things. So there used to be like some 100 or 50 repeated question, and the same they ask because they don't know beyond that. Yeah, Rishikesh. So even you want to give interview?
Yeah, next time when you was asking to Pankaj,
But
that
tomorrow
time
I'm free.
yes, I will try, sir.
Because after Monday we may not have time.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, evening one you attended yesterday?
Yes, sir.
Oh.
When you was asking to Pankaj questions, then I realized ऐसे भी questions होते हैं, ऐसे भी interview पूछते हैं क्या? Because I am going to give a first interview, sir. In my
So
life.
don't worry, they don't ask all this thing. Okay, they just ask the basic. Why shall I hire you? Tell me about your
Not sir,
hometown.
but technical questions, sir.
टेक्निकल भी ऐसे नहीं पूछेंगे, वो तो लाइक ऐसे ही लाइक आ जाता है, पूछ लेता हूँ, बट दे डोंट.
If I crack your interview, then I 100% I got a placement in IT.
As I told about Nilesh, he got 16 lakhs package in one of the batch he was. He just cracked his interview and he used to be from data science. So even I took his interview. He said, that sir, if you would have taken my interview, 16 lakhs से छोड़ो 4 लाख भी नहीं मिलता आपको. Then I said no worries. So this is how like. So what I feel is the more difficult you clear, the easier it becomes. Like Usain Bolt he says, and even he does. Like whenever, like before getting onto the ground, I mean the field, he used to practice 10 times better than the actual ground one. And thus he became the world champion. So like just go through, okay, and whatever the field you are in, first like we'll go through your core and then after the IT. Yeah, so like even though as I am aware of these things, but actually I felt English is a very good skill which I have to use, and thus I have been equipped. Or else when I left IT,
English as well as
Rishikesh.
English as well as in IT, sir. You are best.
When I came into this field, even the professors that told me like, why don't you take some Python classes and others? Then I said no, I just want to remain in English. So even like totally all the things like, even though as I am aware of the technical, but I never want to get it. Never, because English is evergreen.
Yes.
And when I chose, then even they said like, you have chosen something great. Because they have to learn every time the Python updated, the Java updated, all the updated. And in my case, like if I learn anything, it becomes English. And if I learn Java or anything, if I learn about ChatGPT, it comes under the English. So before selecting, I thought
everything is depend on English, sir.
English. So always like whenever you make a decision, make it wise. Okay. In
Yes.
case if you need any help, I am there to help. So we'll meet tomorrow then and get ready. In case if you have any queries before we wind up, you can clear all your queries. And even after that, the other things, the evening one, anyhow you can find the things. Okay. And even you can join that.
Sir, tomorrow is our last session, sir, or Monday?
No, Monday.
Okay, sir.
Monday. Okay.
Thank you,
So
sir.
inform everyone to be present on Monday because we'll have one photo session of the screenshot. In offline classes we have like the camera, but in online we have only the screenshot of that. So do inform and everyone like just check your camera and other things so that you can be visible.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Thank you all and have a